What if they'll need guys to spend 200 hours painting his car and then cutting the bumper?
A $2,500 bumper they don't make anymore.
Oh.
I kind of saved this moment to share with you. What do we got? Look at that. Welcome back to the channel. I am Dave and this is Rogue Garage. So we can see I got the Vette apart behind me. We're gonna be fixing some stuff on the Vette, hopefully curing a problem that I've kind of struggled with for quite a while. I have struggled with this car overheating. It takes a little bit to get it up to temp. Once it gets up to temp, it just starts creeping. And it's like, even if I'm not like jumping on it, you know, doing pulls or boost or anything, it just, the temperature starts creeping. I've done extra fans, I've done bigger radiator, I've done a bunch of different things so far, but it still is doing it. So what we are going to be doing is I am making my own oil cooler kit. So I bought these two oil coolers. They're gonna go one on each corner. So I got one there where the fog light was, and then I got another one there. This is gonna go here. We're gonna cut this out, and then I'm gonna end up painting these black so it matches like my chin spoiler and my side skirts that I did. We'll open this up. That'll help more air and actually direct air. And there I got one for each side. So we're gonna show you cutting this all apart, mounting it. I'm gonna end up making my own mounts. I'll do all my own paint, everything on getting all of this put together. And I am hoping that this is gonna work. So my buddy Daniel told me the other day, he's got all these Z06 Corvettes. He says, so you're gonna cut up the original Z06 front bumper? You know you can't get those anymore, right? They're like 2,500 bucks. He says, just don't screw up. So yeah, no problem. So I made sure I'm starting small, and then I'll continue to work out to get it to like fit. I don't want to buy another bumper, and I especially don't want to friggin' paint it. Touch that spot right there, that shiny bit.
I've done that before, that's why I'm missing. He'll pick up something barehanded, and then he'll hand it to me, and it's hot. I'm like, how?
We had a little lesson, okay? I was cutting some metal, and there was this little piece of a bolt that came off, and it was blue. He grabs it, and he's like, dude! It was glowing red.
It was not glowing red. It was somewhat discolored.
It was glowing red like 10 seconds earlier, and then it was blue because it was glowing red. So now, what I'm gonna do is I'll weld some tabs, and then we'll do some of these riv nuts that I did under here, these guys, and we'll drill into the frame and do the riv nuts into the frame, so then that gives us somewhere to bolt it.
And then the oil lines going off there are gonna connect to the turbos right here. These turbos right there, you see?
We call those horny turbos.
I should be like the Subaru guys, get bright pink ones and just stick them in front of the intercooler.
Are those blow-off valves? Dude, those are sick. Put this back in my mouth after I've been welding. Kind of hurts.
That is, for my eye, that's perfect right there. That's about flat. Oh, that's hot still. No, torque wrench is my name because I over-torqued 2 bolts.
And snapped them. Go get the torque wrench that you
Oh, you want to see the one that's mine? Yeah, I got you. Boom! Can't over torque anything with this thing, I'll tell you what. The Lambo is on the lift. He's over there, and I'm just cranking on this, and we go. And he's like,
I knew what that sound was. I was like,
what was that? And I was like, I literally about cried. It was like, because literally 20 minutes earlier was when I snapped the rocker. Using the small one, yeah.
no. So what I'm gonna do is, because now that I've got the holes drilled on these brackets, I'm gonna put it in place and then mark the actual frame here where I want to put my little nuts here.
Where are you gonna put your nuts?
I'm gonna rub them all over my frame.
What
are you even talking about?
Who lets this guy out of the house?
13.
Oh! Yeah, maybe hold that and then just tell me if I'm straight.
You tell me.
When I cut out this one, or the first time, I started like really small. I just kept going bigger and bigger. Yeah. And then once I knew exactly what it had to be, just did it right where it needed to be. I ran this a little bit short on that end, but then, I mean, it fit good.
What are the only guys to spend 200 hours painting his car and then cutting the bumper?
The $2,500 bumper they don't make anymore.
You give me anxiety, you know that, right?
You see any overspray?
Absolutely not.
I was a tagger in a different way.
Man.
Well, okay, no, this is gonna be here, so it doesn't matter if it oversprays. Because it's gonna be covered. See, that's what happens all the time. I'm like, Dave, that's crazy. Where are you? And then I'm like, oh, I'm stupid.
All right, so delivery day, we got lots of parts and fittings. So we got all these Dash 12, bunch of different fittings. We are going to be relocating the oil filter. And this is our oil filter relocation kit. So we'll explain a little bit how we're gonna route all the oil. That hose. So this is where the oil filter used to go. Now it's just gonna be the portal for the oil. So this is feeding back in. So this is our in, and this is our out. Okay, we're having a lesson of innies and outies. I'm just trying to figure out what route the oil goes here. So the oil comes back up through the engine and comes out here. So this line will be, the oil will be flowing out. I need to make sure I've got this correct for going through my remote mount oil filter is the most critical part of this. It's good that I figured that out because I had started putting it on this side. Some heat shielding on this because it's close to the exhaust. Pull this back apart just so I can get all the thread sealer on. We'll mount that oil filter, and hopefully this takes care of the overheating thing, because if this doesn't do it, I'm gonna be starting to be at a loss, especially with the 1,500 bucks I just spent in parts.
Very scientific method you got going on here.
Yes. 4 to 1. So for every 4 parts of this, we put 1 part of this. So if I have 8, whatever the 8 is, then I do 2 more. So then we will have 10.
Who needs Home Depot when you got Dave?
Exactly.
So this is just our primer. We're gonna prime some of these spots where we had some body work. Sand it one more time, hopefully it's all good, and then we'll be off to paint. So here we go, we got black. This thing out of my way. We got black. We're gonna hit all of these. So we got our new scoops for the oil coolers, and then we're reshooting all of the side skirts and these rear pieces that got just totally peppered with rock, as well as the chin spoiler. So gonna clean them all up. This is exactly why I painted them black, so that I could just more easily repaint them and repair them, because I knew they'd get hammered.
Fit. Look at that.
And when the splitter and the skirts and everything is back on too, yeah, you'll get the like little bit of red in between.
Yeah, that looks cool.
It's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Dig it. Okay, what do we got? Other than just a little sneak peek, I kind of saved this moment to share with you the reveal of the new wheels for the Vette. All right, let's, we can just take these inside. It's like Christmas Day for a car guy, unwrapping new things. So, what do we got? Oh, dude, look at that. Hey, there's one of our fronts. So these are the rears.
Yeah.
The big old lip on them. We'll see how wonderful it is to keep these clean with my steel brakes. We'll see how bad it is. That'll be a good excuse to be like, dude, I gotta get ceramics. Oh yeah. So good.
The lip is so noticeable too. That's
Yeah, nice fat lip.
yeah.
And they did a good job. As usual, this is not the first project I've had Salt Lake powder coating do, but knocked it out of the park. I want to pop the center caps in them, see kind of what it looks like with the center cap.
Dude, the black center caps. Oh my
I know.
gosh.
Well, I was like, oh, do I leave the black? But I think the black with like the red. I mean, they just kind of disappeared before.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
I don't even know if this will fit. This tire's so freaking massive. trying to pull it onto the lift here. It's obviously too low, so we had to use those, and then those were shooting out and being weird, so we put those on to pull it up on. And then we also had these things on the front right here that we're gonna smash into the newly painted lip, so took those off. Just making it work around here.
I said I would never in a million years want to eat or drink in this car. Pulls out the
Mountain Dew, nectar of the gods. Yeah, and this thing doesn't even have cup holders. Damn, that thing looks good. Oh.
I don't know if we did that on purpose or... That'll never get old. Look at that. And everything.
Always, I mean, this is great. How you doing, brother? Yeah. This here, man, is an amazing color.
So we are at Wings and Wheels out in Spanish Fork, Utah. We are just about ready to make our first half-mile run. Everybody keeps asking me what kind of mile per hour I'm gonna do. I really don't know. Some of these cars that are stock are doing 160 plus, so I gotta figure it's gonna be a fair amount more than that. So we're gonna take you along for the ride. We're doing the Lambo and the Vette, so enjoy. To quote Tom Cruise in Top Gun, I feel the need for speed.
I feel the need for speed.
This is the car I was telling you about that in the Texas TX2K, quarter mile did 213 miles an hour in the quarter mile, not the half mile. I know he's got this car probably tuned more for the street. Well, I say detuned a little bit so he can hook up on this. This is the car you guys probably gonna want to watch right here. It's Dave Rogue and his 08
first half of the run was way less power.
Out of one
Round
twin.
2.
Yeah.
V8 muscle.
Out of one twin turbo car into the next. Is it running all right?
Well, I missed the shift. It was hot.
Oh.
Yeah, like I'm trying to get used to that, and then going over too far, and all of a sudden it's like, woo, it smells hot. Yeah, it's hot.